Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
All right, it is, day 20 of the Advent calendar, and we have more beers.
We have more beers, and I pulled a can that I didn't wrap.
So that means I wrapped it.
So no, it means someone else wrapped it. It doesn't necessarily mean
I wrapped it.
You wrapped it.
I wrapped it.
It is a Swedish. Oh
of
no!
Course.
No, no rain. No, it's Potum. Which one is it? Oh, it's no rain. It's an unfiltered lager. Oh, I had it recently. This could be a short episode.
Well, what's funny is when I had bought this, you had not had it.
No, this is true.
It's not my fault. This is on you. You have only yourself to blame for drinking beers in advance. But also, I wanted to again kind of break it up with
beers in advance. Drinking beers. You mean drinking beers when I get them?
Well, whatever. You should have known. I was getting Swedish beers. You hadn't had this one. You knew the risk. So this is No Rain. It's an unfiltered lager. It's 5.3%. We've had Potum on the show before.
Yeah, I think we had double IPAs or something similar.
Something like that. And I wanted to go with something kind of different. I mean, we've had a lot of stouts and IPAs and whatever else. But I thought, we don't really do lagers very often. So I saw an opportunity and I said, let's do this.
This is true. So it smells a little bit like rotting leaves.
Yeah, a little bit. Kind of on the earthier side of the lagers. There are some that come off as more metallic. Some come as earthy, and some are kind of there's more cereal kind of flavors.
Yeah, there's not a lot of cereal.
Kind of bready.
Not a lot of bread and cereal in this one.
If you knew more about the lager brewing method, we could probably identify why they smell or have these different notes and characters based on the hops or the water or whatever the hell it is.
Maybe.
Yeah. Chemicals they use.
Let's try it.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, this is actually, I think it's pretty good. It's almost kind of like a rye, maybe, based malt bill. Because it doesn't taste, let me see what they say.
Okay, so really recently, I sat an entire evening just trying to dissect it. I think this tastes absolutely revolting.
Really?
Yeah, this is one of the worst examples of Swedish beer. The rotting leaves are really on the worst side. It's like when the leaves are almost turned into mush by people stepping on them.
That's funny because I don't feel that way at all. I kind of feel the opposite. I mean, it's not the best example of a Swedish lager, but I find this very, very drinkable. I quite like it. I like the earthier tones that we have here. I like the mouthfeel of it. It's got a richness to it, so it doesn't feel overly thin or watery. The aftertaste is slightly bitter, but not like overly bitter.
But that's where it gets into a slightly acidic character.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. Like not sour in an infected kind of way, but like higher on the pH scale or lower. I keep forgetting which is which.
I think this is a really fun, drinkable, unfiltered lager. I could have a few more cans of this.
We'll just have to agree to disagree on this one.
I think you're going to give us a really low rating, and I'm going to give this probably a much higher rating than you're going to give it.
And this is maximum 1.
Oh wow, that is a harsh.
But I had it recently, so I've had time to reflect on how bad it really is.
How bad it really is.
Yes.
You really just drag me this one home. So would you say you're a fan of Potum Brewery? Or?
I checked out my ratings. I don't have them in my head now, but I've given them as high as like 3.75 for some IPAs. But they usually get quite a low rating. They are unfortunately on the lower end of Sweden's breweries.
Yeah, I haven't really looked at what I've given them in the past. I think what catches my eye is their labels are a lot of fun. They do a really good job on their artwork, and so that always kind of tricks me into thinking, oh, I'm going to enjoy this one.
The artwork
I'm
plus
a sucker
the
for
names.
artwork.
Yeah, the artwork plus the names always puts me in a mindset like, oh, this is going to be one of those better IPAs or whatever. We've had stouts from them, but more recently they've started to miss every single time. But maybe I'm just not the target audience. Obviously, you are more the target audience because you don't.
But what do you mean by target audience? You mean
someone who doesn't dislike it?
No, someone doesn't dislike it. I guess in that case, all breweries have a target audience of like people that will like something they put out, people they don't like. They don't like something.
Exactly.
But I don't understand what it is you don't like about it. Like it's like to give it a 1 means like that's a pretty harsh rating. So what about it? What about it? Like as you said previously, that if it gets below 2.5, then it gets into infected or
the rotting character of it.
So it's probably whatever hops they used on this is what you're not liking then.
I mean,
or it could be the yeast. It could be like a hop yeast combo that's not working for you.
So, well, it's not really cardboardy. What I mean in Swedish, the word is unken. So kind of dank in the worst meaning of the word. Not like dank, like people. Oh, this IPA is dank.
Yeah.
No. I mean, when it's dank, something has been wet in your attic for a year. Then
right.
It's
so kind of moldy.
Moldy.
Mildewy or something
mildewy.
like that. Yeah.
That's what I get from this.
All right.
It's
mildewy. That's I think this is you, man. I don't find that at all in this, but
But it's the second can that gives me the same ick.
From them or just from
this exact beer.
The brewery. All right. So then it's obviously something in their.
No, but this beer.
Oh, in this beer. No. Okay, yeah. So I was going to say. Yeah, it's the same experience from the same can. I get that you're going to have that from the same beer, but I'm saying it's probably something to do with I would guess their yeast and hops combo is.
Yeah, they did something weird with this batch.
I get it.
But that also means that it's not really can variation. No. You seldom get that. You more often get that with bottles, like bottle variations. Yeah. One bottle is really good, and then the next one is like, what happened to this one? Maybe it's just Systembolaget put that bottle nearest to the window or something.
Right, or it's not capped as well as the other beer was, and it got a little bit of
it could be.
So yeah, I'm actually going to give this a 3.25.
Yeah,
I find it quite drinkable.
You are
I quite enjoy it.
You are in your right to do so.
All right, well, we'll wrap it up here, and we'll talk to you on day 21, which hopefully is a better experience for Martin.
You will drink a better beer tomorrow.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we will. I promise. I demand it.